Hey guys, Xfox RC here, and this is just going to be another sort of overview video of sort of where I'm at with my whole FPV systems and the different things that I've been trying. So, many of you guys know, one of the things that I had to upgrade, of course, was to these, whatever you call these blue beam antennas, because for a race car, or for a rock crawler, I was not getting the distance that, I guess you're supposedly to get. So I had to get a pair of these. These were about $75 or so after shipping to get these, and they've definitely helped out on range, but it's just, again, something that I thought should have came with the system when I first got it instead of having to buy it. So you can see here, I went ahead and put them on, both those to get them. And I got another one. There were just these little tips right here, and they didn't have this extender. I tried those too, but I just went ahead with these because, again, I felt like they gave me a little more range. So in one of my other videos, I was talking about the camera here, and this camera, of course, I'm sorry, my floor is a little dirty here. This camera, of course, is okay. I mean, the servos are alright, the camera is okay. I think it gets like 420 lines of resolution or whatever it is. But so I went ahead and bought whatever they called an HD camera on eBay, and this thing was like, I think it was like 65, 70 bucks or something like that. So, now I'm in it another $150. And this one here is just, this thing is solid. When you have this mounted, this thing is just, is just a beast. It's not going to go anywhere, unlike this flimsy thing here. If you notice, look at this. I mean, if the wind is pushing this thing, if you got this on an airplane, this thing's going to be jolt. I could hit this thing all day long. Unlike the other one, the HD one that I got here, this thing ain't moving nowhere. Unless it's moving the servo. So you can see this one here by far is a far superior camera. But one of the things that I noticed is, if you look here, this only has basically these 3 wires here. So hopefully you can, I'm not too close. Only has these 3 wires, comparison to the stock one that has, whatever that is, 5 or 6. So I had to tweak these a little bit to get them to work. And in case many of you guys are doing this to get it to work, I ended up doing the red one first, or the red one into all the way to the right slot here. So I did the red one, and then the actual, I think it's called the red one, the black one, and then the green one. And so I had it into the, wherever it went, I had it into the other little connector, and was able to get video and do all the pan and tilt just fine. So I was able to use that, and again, so I was able to, get this to work, and it shot decently good video. It wasn't like stellar. I think this one again did like 520 lines of resolution. It was definitely a significant increase than the stock one, for sure. But it still wasn't up to par. And again, you could see, look at this. If I wiggle this thing, look at the whole thing is just jiggling around up there. So this thing on a plane, man, is going to be horrible. So here, I am jiggling this thing around. It ain't moving, man. This thing is a solid base, some very good servos. So here's this section here. So the next thing that I wanted to do is someone said, hey, well, why don't you try to hook up your GoPro to the FPV system? So I had to order this cable right here, and I wasn't able to use it because I'm able to plug this into my GoPro here. You can see here, I'm able to plug it in. And then this section here, these cables, unfortunately, I couldn't plug them in here because I didn't know, again, this takes a larger plug to plug in, and if I show you here, you need one like this comparison to this. So I didn't want to mess anything up and try to plug this in, but if you guys know how you can go from one of these here, from these normal controller, whatever you want to call them, to plug it into the bottom of a receiver that's like that, definitely let me know. But again, I really wanted to try this and didn't have the time. I just wanted to catch you guys more up with when I was running the higher resolution camera. By far, this camera here should have came instead of the stock camera that comes with it. Again, look at this. So when this thing's going, man, in the air, if you're flying in the air, this is going to be shaking all around. The wind's probably going to push. I could barely push this thing, and it pushes back forward. So here, I would recommend just picking up this camera and hooking it up. Again, it works plug and play with a little modification, again, to the actual things here. So yeah, so this is just a catch-up video. Hopefully you guys can check out my other videos if you haven't already. Thanks again, guys.